with Metal. Tonight we are continuing on the Viking knit necklace. No, of course, sorry about how late it is. That this is just the time that I got out of work. Yay! Yeah, and it's getting to the end of the week, so I wanted to do a live, but it's just it's been rough. But I'm here now, and let us begin first, like we always do, with saying hello to chat. Hello, chat. Boom. All right, and then of course we will start inviting. And of course, if you don't see this live, you know, it goes on to YouTube the next day. I'm pretty consistent about that at the very least. If I do a live, then the next day, the full thing is on my YouTube channel, Pendragon's Twisted Metals. So, in any case, yeah, we've got a fair bit to do still, because it's gonna be a necklace, so we still have a decent amount to get through. But I did do an episode that I think I did like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours worth of doing the pattern, and you know, we got it to a fair amount. So hopefully, maybe like with another episode. I'm trying not to make episodes of just the Viking knit, because frankly, it's just me doing loops. It's not very exciting. So, I try not to do full episodes on just this, but it needed to be done, and I like to make sure that that any work that I do, I try to record it or do it live, so that at the very least we get an episode or a video about it. But let us plug that back in, because it's dying. And we will look for the live, and then share it with some groups, and we'll get started. Now, of course, once this goes up onto YouTube, I will be share, copy. I will be trying to make sure that I put a timestamp for when we actually start for you guys on YouTube, just so that you guys don't have to sit through all the hellos and welcomes and you know, invites, because frankly, this is a very boring part of this setup, but it is necessary. All right. We're going to copy that, share. And then it's going to ding at me because I shared it. And there it goes. Share. It's really funny. If I share it on one thing, it dings at me. But if I share it on like regular groups, it doesn't ding. I like hearing the ding. Makes me feel like it's doing something. But nope. But yeah, I just had I had an 11-hour day. This week has been rough. Definitely rough. The person that normally does the scheduling and like a lot of the work was out for the week. So yeah. Hello. So it has been just a very long week. Definitely glad that the weekend is here. Hopefully everyone's having a good week. Like I said, I meh. I definitely wouldn't. I would not rate it very highly. Let's just say that. Excellent. Now we are going to start our handy dandy timer. All right, now that that's all settled and done, hello again. Welcome to Knitting with Metal. Tonight we are working on this Viking knit necklace. So we're gonna set that down over here. Put you over there, and let's flip this camera. Give you guys a better view than my ugly mug, that's for sure. There we go. Nice and bright. All right. Just gonna zoom in a bit. All right, so like I said before, we started. I did an episode last week and continued this pattern so that we got a little bit more work done than the 30-minute lives that I've been doing. Just because this is a necklace and it is taking a gratuitous amount of time. So I just wanted to get a little bit ahead. Now, just so that you all know, this is 26 gauge wire. And it's a spool. And this is what I use to make this weave. Stay. And we're actually going to start a new section. I ended it off on the episode so that you guys would have a chance to see me restring. So we're gonna restring this one and hopefully get a few pulls in we'll get enough done where we can actually pull it a little bit for you guys as well. Because I always feel bad about, you know, that's why I feel bad about doing videos, because A, they aren't very exciting. Doing a whole episode on just the Viking knit. I definitely like the live section better, but in any case, so this is where we ended. Let me actually get in shots. Let's move this up just a tad. There we go. All right. You need to move. All right. So, as you guys can see, this is where we ended off, this little tail here. You see? So this loop here was the last loop. So we're actually going to put our new strand. Now remember to only use like 3 feet of wire, not much more than 3 feet. I'm going to bring that down with this other one, hold it, and then loop the long side around to make a new loop. And that's what you start with when you start a new link. So now that we have that, we can take this other end. Hey, you get back down there. All right. So now we go to the next loop and go behind it just like normal. Go behind it and just pull through. Now this is a single knit pattern, so we're just going to the first loop in line. If this were a double knit, where these spaces here, all these spaces would actually be filled in a little bit more, because it's a lot tighter of a weave. But basically a double knit would be like this would be where we start. We would go over to the next loop and then go up 1 loop and then put it behind. But right now we're doing a single knit, so there's no need to do that. But just so you guys know, that does take a lot more material. So depending on what you're using, just keep that in mind, that it is very metal hungry pattern if you do the double knit. That's part of the reason why I like the single knit. I also kind of like the whole design, just like I like the spacing. Because you can do a lot with that if you wanted to, especially once it's pulled. So this is all pulled, and as you can see, it's still a bit whole, like you can still see through it, and I kind of like that about this this pattern. But yeah, I hope that that everyone is having a great week, and hopefully you all have a wonderful weekend. I know that this is a bit odd for me to be on this late and this late in the week, but it's just been very, very hectic these past couple of days. Even this whole week has just been not very good. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully everyone's having a good week. But I like this pattern because it is very simple. So anyone can start doing it. And it comes out very beautifully. Like for what's needed to do it, you don't really need a lot of tools. The only tool that you absolutely do need is the draw plate. So the thing that you pull this stuff through, I actually have it right here. All right. Now I got this after I made my wood one. I made my wood one for practice, but you can make a wood one. It's very simple. You just drill holes into a piece of wood. And then, of course, pull this through. But I decided to get an actual draw plate. Well, not an actual one. That's a plastic one. I would like a metal draw plate, and I also need a like an actual metal not a draw, well, it's a draw plate, but it's to make wires longer and thinner. I definitely want that. But but you don't need that. That's the only tool that you need. And then of course the metal. So you so it's very easy to get this started. And like I said, it comes out as a full piece. You don't need a torch, you don't need solder, like you don't even need this Allen wrench. I use it because it makes it a little bit simpler to hold, but you really don't need it. You don't need pliers. Again, they can help you in some situations, but they aren't necessary, and they're fairly cheap. But again, this channel is like I try to make my channel as accessible as possible by just using what I have. And of course I am trying to get more tools and better tools. That's why I got the plastic draw plate, because I I started working with this fine silver. No, it's not fine, sterling silver. I started working with this silver, and I was making things for like actual people, not just for myself. And I just wanted to make sure that I wanted to keep the quality up, so I didn't want to cheapen something by just going in and using a piece of wood. So I wanted something a little more professional, a little more machined, so that it would be a little more exact than just a piece of wood with just the holes that I have drills for. Because as you guys know, I only have two power tools. I have a drill and I have a an angle grinder. So I got to use the tools. Hello. I have to use the tools that I have. So I don't want to presume that you guys have your own tools, because some people don't. Some people are just starting. That's why I like this pattern, because you can actually make a nice piece of finished jewelry. Like, you just cut off this end, and like, if you wanted, you could like bang it down and make it into like a point. But basically, this is a finished piece. This whole piece is finished. You could potentially polish it if you wanted to, but that's why I like this, because it is it's simple, and it's good for anyone who is interested in getting into jewelry making. I mean, beadwork is a little bit the same, although depending on what you're trying to do, that potentially could be just a lot of patience. I've done a little bit of beadwork, but I do not enjoy it as much as I do with the jewelry work. And I don't want to like say actual jewelry, because, you know, bead jewelry is jewelry. You know, I don't want to make any type of like social faux pas or anything like that. Like, I know that there's a lot of jewelers out there that don't like the, you know, they don't like the cheap manufactured stuff, the cheap bead stuff, and it's like, you know, I mean, I kind of get what some of them are saying. Like, I get the feeling, you know, I'm over here, I can only do so much with my hands, and then, you know, Joe Schmo over there has a 3D printer that's, you know, plucking out, you know, 50 earrings, 50 earrings a freaking hour. I understand the frustration, but they're still artists. You know, that's how I see it. They are still artists. They still draw or whatever their design into the CAD, or I think it's called a CAD. I don't know. But and eventually I might get one, but I don't think I would get as much use out of it, basically because I'm not a very good drawer. Like, I can make a drawing, I can draw ish, and make it make sense. It's not going to look good. But the thing with me, I can actually take a very not very good drawing, and I can put it into metal And even though it's not a very good drawing, it's just an approximation, I know in my head, I guess, that how to make it look good in metal. But so I don't think a 3D printer really is for me personally. But again, I'm not an artist. I'm not like a drawing artist. So I don't think I would get much use out of it. Much good use, at least. But like I said, I mean, there are a lot of jewelers out there that shun that kind of work, and like I said, I get it, but we do need to respect the fact that they are still drawing these things. They're still you know getting this machine to print out what they drew. So that's just my stance on that fairly controversial topic. Like, again, I don't think 3D printing is for me. I might get one, but honestly, it would have to be like a cheap one, and like I said, I don't think I would get much use out of it because, like, I can do like tracings, and I trace fairly well. That's how I got my logo. I traced a few different pictures. Like the hand is just one of those like just normal, just hand, a drawing hand. That's I looked it up on Google, a drawing hand, and I copied that part. Then I found just a generic feather. It needed to be like voluptuous enough to look like a wing, but also to look like a quill pen. So, I copied that down, and I did dragon as well, and I took all those pieces and I traced them out into a whole different picture. And I changed bits of it as well. The dragon that I found looked more like a dog, and I didn't really like that. But I liked how it was sitting, so I put in scales to make it look more dragon-y, and I changed the face a bit. Like, I can do stuff like that, but I can't freehand draw. It's just not something that I can do. I wish I could. I actually want to try to find, and not try to find, I need to actually go and look, because there's plenty of them out there. And if anyone is interested, and thinks that they can, do a good, if they feel it, artists kind of feel a piece out, I kind of want someone who, feels what I'm trying to go for with my logo. But if you're interested, I want to see if I can actually get an actual artist, someone who can draw. And I kind of want to make I want the concept to be there, the pen wing, pen dragon. I want that whole concept to be there as well, but I kind of want like an original, like kind of cartoonish. I think I want to go kind of cartoonish with my logo, but I'm not sure because the one that I did, it was a black and white, or it is a black and white kind of design, and it it's worked fairly well for me. I really do like it. I like the concept that I was going for. Um but and it kind of looks professional. Um like as far as not professional, but like serious. It looks serious. And that kind of was the vibe that I was going for. But I don't know. Like I said, I kind of want someone who, you know, looks at it and kind of envisions what I was trying to go for and kind of runs with it themselves. You know? I don't want it to just be another job type thing. But, that's just me just rambling. I am fairly tired, so I am sorry. I haven't even checked. Oh, that's okay. No one said anything in the chat, so it's okay that I'm rambling. I hate when I accidentally ignore people. It happens more often because of the fact that when I share my live, and this is very annoying to me, and I don't know how to not have this happen, but when I share my live to any of the groups, it's all part, like, they're seeing what everyone is seeing. It's the live, right? But because it's in a different group, it starts its own live chat, and I do not like that. It's very frustrating because I can't really look at notifications, or if I miss a notification, then they're watching the live actively, and then they actively say something like hello or whatever, they say something to me, and then I don't react, and I feel bad. But just know, if that happens, more likely than not, it's because you were in a live chat in a group. And like I said, I try to make sure that I respond. But I just saw a few minutes ago that someone mentioned me, but I don't know if it's from my live or from something else. And that's the problem. But hopefully y'all are enjoying my ramblings. But yeah, if anyone's interested in kind of revamping my logo, I guess I've gotten bored with my logo, like the one that I made. Like I said, I like the concept that I went with, the pen wing transformation type. It's very fantasy like and dreamy, which that's just something that I like. But I think I want to kind of go, like I said, more cartoonish style, or at least see like what someone would conceive It's just interesting. I guess that's kind of like the whole with the editor thing. By the way, you know, I'm still waiting on the 300 for that. I had said that once we got to or was it 200? 200, once I got up to 200 subscribers on YouTube, that I would hire an actual editor that does good work and isn't me. So that I would have a little bit more time with actually recording things versus spending 2 hours recording something and then another hour and a half to 2 hours editing that footage. But I think the same sentiment is kind of, you know, I have the same sentiment with the editor. I want to make sure that the editor of, you know, if I'm hiring someone to edit my stuff, I want them to be proud of it. You know, I want them to feel it. I want them to you know, like I said, be proud of doing this channel and this, just, you know, and I want them to put in input, you know? Just, I don't know. I guess I feel like I am at a standstill creatively, as far as with how I record, how I edit, kind of going into a routine, which routines is all fine and dandy, but sometimes it gets stale. And that's why I kind of want like new eyes on it. I want just, you know, I don't know, just another artist opinion, kind of. So we're actually getting down on time, so I wanted to start a new strand, which we did start a new strand, but I also wanted to do some pulling because we haven't done pulling in the live in a little bit. So for pulling, normally I would wait until I got done with the strand, but I think we've gotten a decent amount done, and we can get this to pull a little bit more. So just take it off. Now, because we already have this pre-pulled, we can actually start off with a lower number. But if you were just starting it off, you'd want to you know, start off with the big and then just keep going down. Make sure that you don't pull like a good inch and a half of this tip. You don't want to pull it, because then it will make it impossible for you to continue the pattern. So you want to keep like a good finger length of this not pulled. So we're just going to pull, and that was actually too big. So we'll go down a little bit more. Pull. Like I said, I want like a good finger width there, just not pulled. We're going to go a little bit lower. Nope. That's why you kind of want to do gradual through these holes, because Sometimes it's too small for it to get through, and it just makes it really hard to get it done. So no skipping holes like I tried to do. But yeah, this is very simple. Like I said, it's like, honestly, I think this is the hardest part, is trying to pull it through this hole without pulling it all the way through. And as you see, like I said, I'm leaving about a finger length on the end here unpulled so that I can continue the pattern. There we go. I think that is done for now. So, as you see, we've gotten a decent amount done, especially from what we started. I think, what's this, like a quarter of a necklace? Almost half, for me at least. So, unfortunately, this does end the episode. I hope that you all enjoyed, and I hope that I see you all in the next episode. If you are watching this after the fact, welcome, and make sure that you hit that like button, and if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified whenever I put out a video. I try to do 2 videos a week. I am trying to do more, but depending on the scheduling of my job, sometimes that is very hard to do. But I hope that you all enjoyed, and have a wonderful evening.